And we're live. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Typical Monday Podcast. Glad you guys could be here. Guess what happened to me, Ben?
Oh, I'm here now? You didn't introduce me like you normally do, Lane? Jeez.
I was kind of thinking we can just stop introducing ourselves. I think they know who we are by this point. This is what, 13, 14 episodes?
Who we are.
Well, the people listening do.
So. Our family and friends.
It's true. Well, what happened to me this past week? Found another giant turd in my pool.
Lovely.
Yep. Kind of icing on the cake, really.
Nice.
This was probably the biggest one yet. I went out there to do some maintenance on my pool. I kind of let it turn a little green. I never swim in it, like, whatsoever.
Yeah.
And we're getting out of winter, still kind of in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll just make sure it's not green so it doesn't look bad if people do,
Right.
swing by. And I'm like, oh, great. Awesome. Just perfect. This giant turd. The water had actually receded. So it was just a giant turd on the step by itself with no water. It was just disgusting.
Old Barry is back, is he?
Yeah, something like that, or my neighbor strikes again.
So. Here, I'm gonna pop open a nice cold Arizona
There you go.
Arizona
Sure.
for Barry. So there's to you, Barry.
Nice. Speaking of my neighbor, he had his what is that sport? You were wanting to get into it a long time ago.
Not many sports I wanted to get involved in.
Kind of like football, kind of like soccer.
Lacrosse.
Lacrosse. There you go. Boom. So his kids are into that. He bought him a lacrosse kind of rebound kind of net thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess long story short, they use it a lot. They get really close to my cars. Every time I heard them, I'd stand outside and be like, just do it. Just please do it. But it ended up getting destroyed over the time, and now it's like broken down, leaning on my fence, clearly in my yard.
Lovely.
So last night, 2 a.m., whenever I took out the trash.
You took a crap on his front stoop.
No, tempting. But I actually took out the trash at 2 a.m. And then picked up this raggedy thing and threw it over back in his yard,
right,
over his fence. So this morning it was gone. So message received. So,
nice.
But
lacrosse is an interesting sport. I have some of my cousins play lacrosse. And,
oh, really?
Yeah. But,
which one?
You probably wouldn't know him.
How many cousins do you have, man?
Yeah, very funny, Lane. like I would. Nope.
Oh man,
nothing from me.
Well, on a different note, on a positive note, I went on a spa day the other day.
Self-care.
Yeah, it was great. Actually,
nice.
It was Wednesday, so this past Wednesday. Amazing. My first spa day in, I think, 2 years, maybe. Yeah, since we've been to the Philippines, my first spa day.
Gotcha.
It was great.
Nice.
Went with Luke. We got a full
not
body
your
massage.
Wife, but Luke.
Correct. Yeah. So
I
did go with
Luke.
Wife was not available that day. So
interesting. Wonder what she thinks about this.
We closed on his house, and that was part of the deal. So
gotcha.
And he actually paid for half, so it was we kind of split stuff. But full body massage. Then went to a sensory deprivation tank, which you know that I love.
Yep.
Then had sushi afterwards.
Nice.
It was just like a perfect day, and I think I need to do that at least twice a year. Because it was good.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Good to treat yourself.
It is. Now, on the way back, there was 4 accidents coming back from Orlando. I think traffic was an extra 2 hours.
Nice. Undo all that nice
yeah, calm zen
relaxation.
Chi you just gained.
All that chi went right out the window. Yep.
Oh, boy.
A little about me, thanks for asking.
How was your week, man?
Well, I'll tell you.
Yourself.
My favorite store is closing. Earth Fair.
I heard about
my favorite
that.
store in the world. I was so happy. Me and my wife were so happy when we got one, and it's like right around the corner. It's like in our part of town, and we like every day we go there. Like it's like
religiously.
Yeah, it's like church. It's like church.
Yeah.
We know. I would say 50% of the staff we know like on a first name basis.
Really?
Yeah. Like we're buddies with like everybody there. They all know Zola, and so now the store is closing, and sucks. I don't know what we're gonna do with
How long
ourselves.
have they been there? Like less than 2 years, right?
I was gonna say I think like 2 years.
Roughly.
I think a solid 2 years they've been there.
That's quick.
I'll tell
It's
you
a
what,
big
man,
store too.
Sucks. And our Ocala store was one of the top 3 stores in the whole company. Out of the 50 stores they had locations,
That place was always busy.
it was always packed. And so
Jeez.
now the store is closing, so it sucks.
You think they just like consolidate or something? Like maybe they're stores that are doing crappy, keep the ones that are good. But
they were involved in like a buyout as well, and that fell through, and so it's just a bunch of garbage.
I did see that, so it's not officially going out of business. There is potential for someone to buy it.
They're going out of business unless somebody wants to scoop it at the last second. They owe like millions to different vendors.
Maybe we can scrape together some change.
Hey, listen, dude. If I could, trust me, I would. But I'm not interested in accruing potentially $1 billion in debt.
Billions in debt, which apparently is a failing business.
Yeah, and you know what's kind of interesting? The guy, I guess, be the CEO, or I forget the CEO, but they brought some guy in. His name was Frank something. You know, I think he's Italian.
Sinatra.
Yes.
Sinatra.
And he like 6 years ago, and he's been involved in like 3 total company failures. This is his 3rd like meltdown.
So they brought him in just to kill off the rest of the company.
I don't know, man. So he's had like 2 previous like complete fails, and they brought him in, and the ship sunk.
Nice.
And so sucks, man.
Starting to see a pattern here.
I know. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Did he just jump on board Tesla a few days ago as well?
Oh, I don't know about this. Tesla's having some issues.
Well, no, their stocks were at a record high. Like from 2 months ago, they were up like almost 100%, which is like insane. Like never been done.
Did they go down a little bit after the incident with the balls crushing the windows?
Yeah, I mean, they went down slightly,
right?
But then they shot up.
Huh? What's that?
I think they were almost at they were at 800 and something per
Sweet
share.
Lord.
It dropped 30% like a few days ago. So it's
why did it spike?
I don't know. Because they're not considered like an automobile
Company. They're like their own like kind of niche like technology.
Weird. Yeah, it's like automobile tech as well as solar. It's just they're
really
got
kind
a lot of things
paving the way, doing like their own thing.
It's really hard to predict, which is why probably no one saw it coming. But
right.
Yeah, their stocks just went down 28%, 30%, something like that. So it's because it was funny because I forget who came out with a stock prediction. They're like, the new prediction is over 900 within the next couple of months, and it's like, that fuels some people that didn't know what they were doing. So it's like I kind of feel bad for those guys. They're like, whoa. These stock guys are saying, they buy it, boom, crash.
Tesla. Lovely.
Don't know what you're doing, don't do it.
Yeah. Get rid of old Frankie.
Lesson of the day. We might learn some other lessons.
We might learn some other lessons. Yeah, with Valentine's, this is our Valentine's Day episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we
happy
decided
Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours, or just to you.
You and your
Treat
significant
yourself.
other. Exactly.
Yes.
Or yourself. Take yourself out on a spa day with
Buy
a friend.
yourself flowers. Or you know what? You don't need another person to complete you. You can go out just by yourself.
You don't. But the Valentine's Day discounts everywhere. It's probably worth bringing at least someone.
So fake a relationship.
fake something, yeah.
So we decided we're gonna play the Newlywed game with each other as best friends of I don't know how many years at this point.
Too many
years.
Too many years to go.
we'll see. We have like roughly 10 questions. We're gonna give this thing our best shot. We're very prepared, and nothing could go wrong.
Speaking of prepared, do you have the dry erase marker for this board?
Nope. This is your dry erase board.
Well, you talk for a second. I'll be right back.
He's back with the markers. Thank God.
I saved us. I saved you.
Single-handedly.
All right. I'll do red. You want green, pink, purple, blue?
Give me pink for Valentine's Day.
There you go. Red and pink. Perfect.
That's
going to be easy to
romantic.
decipher.
So what are we doing? Keeping track of our points?
Yeah.
Because you cannot be trusted as the sole point counter.
So legend has it, I cannot be trusted with scorekeeping, apparently. There's been talk about me sliding myself a couple extra points here and there.
Yep, anything to get ahead.
It's a cutthroat world, man. It's a cutthroat world.
I just realized I had my answers like face up to the world.
Well, I can't read that well upside down. So mixed with your handwriting upside down, it's bad. And then,
You know, my handwriting has actually really improved in the past 2 years. I've made like a.
You should let me see it.
Take my word for it.
I don't believe you.
Oh yeah. So, all right. So you actually have the list of questions there. I just had the answers, so I will let you read off the questions. And so we'll alternate who answers first.
Sure. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Do that. All right. Question number 1. First thing you would do if you won the lottery.
Okay.
So as this game goes, I'm trying to guess what Ben would put.
Right. I
Ben's
have my
trying to
answers
guess what
down.
I would put. Correct.
All right. So should I answer for you first?
Sure.
I think you would buy a Tesla.
That is a really good guess.
It's not it?
It's not it.
Oh, what'd you do?
I put invest at least 50% of it or more, and then I kind of put 2 of them to give you some help, and I put or dream house.
Dream house. Okay.
Now, right after the dream house, you know I'm buying a Tesla. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That was a really good answer.
Close one. All right. All right. So what do you think about me, Lane? What do you think the first thing I would do when I
first thing you would do? I think you would build or buy your dream house.
That is correct. Yes. Buy a house. First thing on the list.
Nothing.
My marker. The marker didn't work, so that means you get no points.
Boom. 1 point.
1 point.
All right. Off to a great start.
Good start. All right. Moving on to number 2.
Number 2. What was the first car you owned?
Now, I think we'll both get a point for this one. If memory serves. I think
isn't saying much for either of us.
Well, okay. I guess first. You guess first this time.
All right. So I believe you had a blue Mustang.
I did. I had a 2006
pinstriped.
Yes, I had a blue 2006 Ford Mustang as my first car. So
which
you get a point.
Say significantly better than my first car.
Yes, and so give yourself a point there. And then I guess that your first car was a white shaggin' wagon van.
False.
What?
Chevy Astro van.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It was a white shaggin' wagon.
Nice. Listen,
Chevy Astro van.
So just to go back for a minute, your van. I remember. Okay, so at one point,
too.
at one point, only the passenger door worked, right?
No.
It was only the driver door.
Only the driver door worked. And
so both people had to get in from the driver door.
No, so basically you would have the driver open the door. So it does work, but only from the inside. Right. And I think the driver inside door didn't work. So you had to open it from the outside in the driver's seat. So it's like if you had to get out, you had to roll down the window to open it.
And see, I also remember at one point
us both screwdriver involved too.
Yes, somewhere. I also remember us both having to get in through the back door, back double doors at one point.
Because I think it's at one point the driver outside door went bad too. So that means you had to only get in through the back.
Through the back. Oh man! And this was it was like a work van, so the interior was like totally cleared out.
Yep.
And yeah,
I did have a rug and a couch there at one point too. But I was working 3 jobs at some point in time with this van, which I'd have to put a bottle of power steering fluid about every 2 to 3 days.
Good Lord.
And it would use $90 in gas per week.
Oh. Gosh.
Which 3 bare minimum wage jobs was I was working to work basically.
Oh my goodness.
I was working to get to work. Fond memories. I wouldn't change it, but
yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't. Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
That is hilarious, man.
2 opposite first car experiences.
Yes. Now I didn't have to pay for my Mustang. It was just
I didn't pay for my van either.
Well, I guess we're both winners, huh?
Man. Yep.
Yeah.
To some extent.
All right.
So
good
that's
memories.
a point for you.
So and a point for you as well.
Yeah.
So
you only won there though.
What's the next on?
Next on the list. What was your first impression of me? What was the first impression of each other?
He's thinking. Smells like burning gas.
It's like burning plastic. So there's kind of 3 answers in one. All 3 of these combined.
Okay.
So I guess I'll answer.
Wait. I have to guess what you thought of me, right?
Yeah, go.
Okay. I literally have no clue. So what your impression of me was. I'm going to say you thought I was either... So we were both young. We were both pretty young.
I think 10, 11?
Yeah, somewhere around
Something
then.
like that, yeah.
I'm going to say you thought I was... What you say you put down 3 things?
Yeah, I mean...
But if we're... And my answers were up again. I
okay.
will... If you get close to what mine was, like ballpark, I'm going to say, since you have 3 there, quiet or weird? What's your first impression of me?
Yeah, it was nervous, withdrawn, and or bored. So it's kind of all 3
that's
of those.
Close enough, right?
Yeah. I'll give it to you. Only if you can give me some
flex
leeway.
a little bit.
So
Yes, if you're close
you
to
have a half point for now, and then if I get some leeway, then you get a half.
So say that again. Were those 3 withdrawn? Did you say was one of them?
Nervous, withdrawn, and bored.
Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of, just all 3 of those.
Interesting. All right. So and then now your turn to guess what my first impression of you was.
Me was, I would say talkative. Yeah, I guess just talkative. I mean,
That's literally the answer I put down.
Yeah,
Talkative.
Awesome. Really?
Talkative. Yeah. Give yourself a point on that one.
That.
A point and a half.
Boom.
Just a point.
Just one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's killer, man. Yeah, because we've talked about that before, like kind of what.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, dang, like you picked the same word that I put down. Interesting.
What do you put? Like, yeah, you're just talkative.
All right,
crazy. Yeah.
All right, next question.
All right.
This is gonna be a crapshoot for both of us.
How many cousins do you have?
Okay, now how about if we get within like
10, 3, 5? Yeah, no.
What do you think? Like if we're in the ballpark, how do you want to
somewhat
answer
close?
this?
I mean,
like within a couple numbers, like 2 or 3 numbers, maybe 1 or 2 in either direction.
I just say if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Because I think we know each other pretty good. I think we're gonna rack up some points, so we need to lose some somewhere.
Okay, well you have to guess me first this time. So
all right, well let's see. I'll just this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. I'm gonna go 6 cousins.
5.
Close.
5, close. See, I would have given you that point, but all right. And for you, without thinking about it, I'm gonna say 12.
It was 10. no points on either end.
So who cares?
Oh man.
All right, Lane. What do we got next? What's the next one?
All right. Describe the other in 1 word.
Okay, this is kind of similar to. So for clarification, because we don't know what we're doing, I'm guessing how you would describe yourself in 1 word.
Correct.
And vice versa. Okay.
This is the couples kind of game.
Yeah,
You're trying to both guess. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say again. Now let's kind of fudge this, right? If it's kind of close, then we'll give it to each other.
Within reason, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Describing someone in 1 word, that's really hard to do.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. I feel like you would say like.
What, Ben? Say what? What do you think I would say?
You would pick something like it's in 1 word.
In 1
like
word.
Excellent or
perfection. Adonis.
Specimen.
Oh God.
I'm gonna say I don't know why this word because of my. I think this is in the vein of what you would put. Either what I'm about to say, or like complicated or something is what you put. I think you put like competent.
Competent?
Competent.
That's funny. I actually deliberated all of the words you just said.
Really?
Literally every single one.
What did you put down?
I put interesting.
Interesting.
Competent. It was
one
right
of the
there.
ones you were thinking about.
Complicated, competent. I'm like, you know what? I'm an interesting guy.
That's
Let's go ahead and
funny.
put interesting.
That is weird.
So it's pretty close. But it wasn't.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was close to what you almost put.
Yeah. So, what would you put for 1 word? Man, you see.
Process out loud. What are some of the things like?
You're either blunt and to the point, which isn't often, but it does happen. It's usually filled with rage. or you're super nice and compassionate. Sometimes overly compassionate.
Fueled
so it's
with
like,
rage?
So it's either what would you put for yourself? I don't know. How do you? What's the word for all around nice guy?
I don't know. I don't know.
What would it be, man? All around nice guy. What would you put that for a word? Easygoing.
He's going, that's a good one. That is a good one. I put reserved.
Okay, I mean,
which is
easy going.
Close. I think you're about
closer than you were to mine. Know what I mean?
So I think it's as close to mine as I was to yours.
All right, fine.
We were
agree to disagree.
What's interesting there is we were both kind of on our.
We were hovering there.
We were on each other's trains of thought there. That's kind of interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. What's up next?
All right. So number 6. How do you like your steak cooked?
Ooh, man. Well,
you no longer eat steak now.
I don't, but I do. I love steak.
How do you like your lettuce fried? Sauteed. Sauteed, baked, or steamed.
So am I guessing? So I'm guessing. Who guesses first this time? You guess me first, right?
I don't know. Just go ahead.
I'll guess you. All right. So we kind of alluded to this in our talking beforehand.
We did, yeah.
I know you don't like your steak well done. Okay. I know.
Nor should anyone.
No, that's the wrong way to eat a steak.
Throwing it out there.
I know you like it.
I'm gonna crack my Arizona tea right in front of the camera here.
In front of the microphone.
Microphone, camera, whatever.
I know you like it rare. I'm gonna say medium rare. If you put sous vide, because we talked that's a pretentious Lane thing, sous vide, which was a fantastic way to. That's a method of cooking a steak. Do we agree on that?
What's your answer, Ben?
Well, I think we need to. How are we asking this question?
The cooking method.
Because that would be like baked, fried, grilled. No, we're talking about like how do you like it as well as like how do you like it? How well do you like it cooked? That's the question, right?
So the temperature, I would just think it cooked. Okay.
Okay, I'm medium rare.
No, medium. Sous vide, medium. But technically, if it's not sous vide, I would do medium rare. But if we're talking sous vide, I would do medium.
So that's medium. A point. That's a point.
It is sous vide medium, but it'd be regular person medium rare.
So civilian medium rare.
Civilian medium rare.
I'll take a point on that one. All right, Lane, guess me. How do I like my steak?
Medium rare. If you were to eat steak.
You got it.
All right.
Medium rare. Wow, that was an exciting round.
Point from peasant medium rare.
So we are at sitting at 4-4 here.
We are perfectly tied.
Any man's game.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we got? What's up next?
What famous person would you be if you could be one? Say, rub the genie in a bottle, only give you one wish. It's a cheap genie. You get one wish.
I asked for infinite wishes.
What famous person would you be? That's your wish. You can pick one.
All right, you guess me on this. I feel like you know me well enough. I'm not a big celebrity guy, but there are a few well-known people that I really do, like to follow. So
okay, are we talking? We're not talking fictional character, famous person, right?
No,
like actual just actor.
Yes,
or someone famous.
Yeah.
Okay. Changes it a little bit. I was being a little more loose with it. I would say John Krasinski.
Oh no, that's interesting. Mine, I put Jason Momoa.
Okay.
I'm a big Momoa guy.
That. Yeah.
I might have even talked about it on the podcast. Did you see his Super Bowl commercial?
No,
that's pretty funny.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
Neither did I.
Funny.
Two dude bros over
here.
I
saw Post Malone's 2 Super Bowl commercial entries.
Yes, those are funny.
I don't know which one made it, but I liked them both. I like the one where he was falling over in the Jiffy store.
That's the one that made it in. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Good.
That's funny. Yeah, I like Post. That's good. But yeah, Jason Momoa was mine. He had a funny Super Bowl commercial. Okay, so for you, listen, I literally have no stinking even clue, okay? Because you're like even less so than me do you care about anything. So I'm gonna say Joe Rogan.
I wouldn't want to be bald.
Well, you're rich, you have a ton of cars, you have a successful podcast.
Nope. I'd be myself, Ben.
Oh, come on. Celebrity?
Yeah. I was famous for a brief stint in the Philippines.
Well, good thing I didn't get any points on it. Yeah, so there you go.
I wouldn't want to be anyone because I don't like famous people. So I'd be myself.
What a cop-out.
So neither of us get a point on that one.
Yeah, all right. Exciting again.
Oh boy. But I mean, we're both tired.
Which is why I literally had no idea how to choose.
I mean,
you care even less
I didn't know
than
anyone that I would even want to be. You know what I mean? So, all right. So what is one bad habit the other person has?
Okay. This came to me so quickly. I did not have to spend 0.5 seconds on thinking what this was.
Okay.
I already had it loaded in my
hit
mind.
Me, Ben, and we'll bite on you. So now I am trying to guess your personal bad habit that you think you have. So I think that your bad habit.
Hold on. I have it written down. I don't
even know it. I'm trying to like think of it as I'm talking.
So so now I'm going to write down one of my bad habits.
Yes.
Okay. That's easy for me. I already know it.
Easy for you. It's really hard for me. I can't even think of it. How big of a word are you writing? Okay.
Worst episode of Typical Mondays.
You say you never text back, but I don't think that's the bad habit you put. I think your bad habit you put is something to do with, I don't know, holding on to things for too long or something like that.
Oh, that's a good one. That's my least favorite bad habit that I have is procrastination, or that's the one that I put
not your least favorite bad habit, just a bad habit that you have.
Yeah, that's one of mine. I put down procrastination. Yeah. Okay. So now guess my least favorite. Oh, this is so hard to say.
No. Now you're guessing what my bad habit is.
Okay.
Now we're done with this question.
Oh, what? No, see, I thought it would be fun to talk about like which habit of mine that you hate and which habit of yours that I hate.
Oh, we can do that. Also, this question is so many ways, Jack. Just you go ahead and answer it, and we'll just talk. And then
we'll go again. Okay. Yeah. All right. So a bad habit. I didn't even think about this. What habit of yours do you dislike? Or you think is one of your bad habits? Your bad.
Or I mean, this is pretty. I think it's a really good self-evaluation. So it would probably work either way. Or I'm just so full of myself. I don't know, man. I think it would work if you were just guessing.
I care too much and I work too hard.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I didn't know what to say. So and just effort of saving time. I don't know. Ego. I don't know. Since we talked about it last week.
I put too critical.
Too critical.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you suck, don't you?
I'm just horrible.
Okay, so I was prepared to guess that your least favorite habit of mine is my texting habits.
Least favorite. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. It is aggravating, but it's like, I mean, yes. I don't expect you to change nor plan on you changing either. So it's like, you know, It is what it is. So there's actually something that happened this past week. It was that deal on the handgun. And I'm like, I should tell Ben. I'm like, wait, he's not going to text back. I'll just tell him I see him. I'm like, what's the point? So, yeah, kind of funny.
Yeah. And so what I put for you is my least favorite habit of yours is mouth noises.
No, I don't care.
Oh. No. Well, no, I know you don't care about it, but it drives me. That's what one thing that drives me. Like my not texting back is aggravating to you. Your mouth noises are aggravating to me.
Oh my gosh, that makes sense because your mom would always get on to me about mouth noises.
I get it from my mom.
I didn't even know that I was causing or doing. Stop it! I'm like, what? I can't.
I get it from my mom. I'm very aware of this thing.
Gotcha. All these slippery tea.
And so after losing 10 minutes down that hole of a question, we're gonna move on.
Oh my gosh! All right. So, in a fire, what's the first thing you would grab? Not without saying, obviously, you're grabbing your daughter, your wife,
right.
Family first.
or pictures, right? Or anything like that. It was like
and
a personal thing.
Legal documents, paperwork doesn't count.
Right, yeah.
So, what would you grab? First thing, house is on fire, quick, snap, think. What do you grab?
What are you going to reach for? I think you're going
What's
to go
closest
for,
to me? This cup.
Would it be your 3D printer? I feel like that's up there. Would it be your firearm?
Would it be something sentimental?
You're not a very sentimental person. What What things are you attached to? I don't think you're attached to anything like that.
Maybe I grab it because I know the wife wants it.
Oh no! Is it that what this is?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say 3D printer.
No. Gun.
Good. Oh, I was close.
Because think about it. What if the guy that caused the fire is outside? Maybe this was all planned. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I was close. I was hot on the trail there.
Because the 3D printer is a big thing to lug out of a fire. I'm coming. I'm just like holding the mechanics, the 3D printer, the spool.
You die feeling at your 3D printer.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right.
Through the door.
And now, Lane, what would I grab? What would be the one thing I would grab?
Don't know. What would you grab? I think you would grab either a knife or like your knife collection box, something to do with your knives. You would grab your favorite knife or something.
I grab a guitar. Grab my guitar.
I forgot about your
knife
guitar.
is a good one though. I didn't even think of that, but that would be like second on my list.
Dang it. Now if you had a guitar shaped knife.
Which I don't. I thought for sure. I thought
that's a good question.
I thought that's where you're going to get ahead. I thought you were going to nail me on guitar.
Nope. We both haven't gotten points. That was kind of the obvious answer to that. But you've been talking about knives a lot in the past. I think that was just on my mind.
Yeah. I bought a knife from a active duty from a police officer this week.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's cool. Killer deal. It was like,
did it ever get used?
Yeah, just like not as like a weapon, like a defense weapon. Doesn't have like DNA of like a criminal on it, but it's like
I'm sure he would scrub that first. You know what I mean?
And more just like opening. But it's pretty. It's like $150, $60 knife. I got for $50.
Oh wow,
pretty good deal. Yeah. So what do we got next?
So this is number 10.
The last question.
I mean, despite all of our meandering, we're doing like this isn't.
We have
blown
through this pretty quick, and even once we cut out all of the meandering and gibberish that went into this, we might actually have a worth listening to episode on our hands.
All right. So number 10 is let's see here.
I believe this is the last meal, right?
Yes. What would your last meal be?
This is interesting.
I would say, let's firing squad, lethal injection, or just poof, you're gone. What would your last meal be?
You have time for one last meal.
So I'm gonna try and guess you. I mean, obviously, if I get the protein right or something, you know what I mean? Like, don't like, oh nope, I didn't want corn. You know what I mean?
Right. If you're
wrong,
if either one of us are close enough
close.
Within, if we are adjacent enough.
Let's see. So you like bread.
I love bread.
I know you like bread. You're a huge carb fan. I don't know if you would just be like, I want garlic knots for my last meal. Not a bad. Maybe you'd want some pasta with some garlic knots. Or you just go full bore and like I want filet mignon, like a half pound. No. You would want like 2 or 3 pounds of filet mignon. You know what? I'm gonna say shrimp cocktail.
Oh boy, that would have been a good one.
See,
it's not. I do love shrimp. Mine is I have here. Okay, let me explain my thought process here.
Great.
Okay, listen.
Is it somewhat close?
No, there's no meat at all in it.
No,
but not for any vegan reason.
Shit.
My thought is, if I know that I'm gonna die, I don't want to spend 40 minutes, 50 minutes going through this long meal. I don't know if I could eat something substantial. Does that make sense?
Did you put nothing?
No.
The sunshine.
So what I put was a really fresh tomato.
What?
Fresh tomato.
What kind of answer?
With cheese and just some oil on the side. If you would have said veggies or a salad, anything like that, I would have totally given it to you.
We need to look up and see if anyone has ever requested that. You know what I want? Freshly braised, lightly salted with oiled tomato. You're serious?
And
this is your
some
last
cheese,
meal.
like slices of cheese, just something really light, right? And then you go out.
I mean, I don't hate tomatoes. I used to not like them, but they're fine now.
Or anything light. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Something just quick, light. Because I don't know. A big last meal. People always say big steak or a pizza and like all that. I don't know if in that's
biting into like a tomato with like some oil on it is equivalent to me biting into like a bell pepper with cheese. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Okay, so think of this way, like again, if you would have guessed anything light or anything, I would have totally given it to you.
Yeah, I was nowhere near.
Okay,
You love shrimp cocktail.
I do, but I
haven't so much.
It's not even.
We
in my
drive like an
radar.
hour from like our campsite to go get shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Okay, so how about this? I have to be more specific to get yours then, right? So how about?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So I guess you can go ahead and try and guess mine.
I would think it would be a steak dish.
It's a good guess, but nope.
Oh, that wasn't my answer, but okay. I'll just okay. If I know steak is not it, just I would have guessed a steak dish of some sort.
Okay.
Sous vide.
All right. It is a gallon of whole milk.
What? Yours is as dumb as mine is.
Yeah, but mine actually has some comedic meaning behind it. You see, so
So you have a tummy ache while you get killed?
No, see, I'm going to die. Tummy ache isn't going to set in. It's like my last FU to whoever has to deal with my body. Last hurrah.
Wow.
My stomach doesn't like lactose, so it's kind of like, because if I'm dying in some kind of shooting squad or something, I'm obviously there. It was a setup, or there was like I'm not supposed to be there.
God,
it was like the last FU. So
wow.
The coroner, whoever has to deal with me, has to deal with that.
Yours is worse than mine.
Yeah, mine's kind of funny. Yours is like tomato.
Think about it. Now, this is how it would have been laid out, right? You have like a nice clean plate, some freshly sliced beefsteak tomato. You have some sliced Munster cheese.
Beefsteak tomato?
Yeah. It's a tomato that cuts really well. Right? And so I wouldn't have made you guess beefsteak tomato. But like this is like specific, this is what it would have been. Like slices of a beefsteak tomato.
I would never in a million years.
You have slices
guess anything close to like vegetable.
Of Munster cheese. A little bit of oil. And then some salt, pepper, oregano.
Doesn't sound good.
Like a little, it's pretty good. You ever had?
Like but I've had a slow cooked oven baked like whole onion. That's actually really good. Like, sounds gross, but like
not like a bloomin' onion, but like a
it's like the whole onion, and you just like roast it.
Somebody's last meal was a bloomin' onion from like Outback Steakhouse.
It'd be horrible.
Oh god.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
That would be funny in a movie or a TV show or something. Bloomin' onion.
What you mean? I'll take a bloomin' onion with some extra sauce.
Anyway, sorry, what were you saying? Oh yeah, like a cooked onion. Like what? Explain that.
It's like a roasted onion in an oven. You roast it for a few hours, and it kind of like breaks down and caramelizes, and it's really good. It doesn't have any of that strong, potent onion taste. It's almost got like a sweet taste.
And it's the whole onion.
It's the whole onion. Yeah,
that's super weird.
Super weird, but it's actually good. So
Is this a Filipino related thing or no?
So I'm not going to condone your tomato thing because I haven't had it, but that doesn't sound good. So.
If you like tomato and cheese, it's pretty good.
I don't.
Some bread would have been great in there. Honestly, wasn't even thinking about carbs.
Garlic knots would be great. Really.
Not a bad way to go.
Garlic knots and a gallon of whole milk, extra lactose.
Classy in, classy out.
Actually, going back on one of the questions, for who would be what you would pick for the famous person. This whole list.
Oh, Elon Musk would have been a good guess for you.
Oh, that actually would have been a really good guess. If I would have thought of that, I probably would have picked it.
The only person better than me is Elon Musk.
We're equivalent.
Lateral move.
Oh my
Elon
god.
Musk.
Lateral move. Oh my god. I actually wrote down Slash for you.
That was a good one. Yeah, teenage me probably would have said Slash wholeheartedly.
Absolutely. Yep. That's what I was banking on. But this whole game, we both flip-flopped. I don't know why. Maybe we just haven't gotten sleep. But we're both right in the other person's answer. It's just confusing.
I think
the level of inception is just...
Yeah, and I think what it kind of says about us is that maybe more so than we know the correct answer, which, okay, to be honest, the answer changes, right?
Yeah.
But, depending on where you are in life, but I think we know the way the other person thinks.
If we had a pretty good baseline, right, we're tied. 4 points.
Right, and all of our
4 to 10.
answers were pretty
Pretty
close to
Besides
what
the
you
whole
could have
food,
would have picked. Right.
And count a milk thing.
Oh man,
gosh.
So interesting.
That's too funny.
Interesting. Which I think, not to try and sugarcoat it, I think that is more important than knowing the right answers, but understanding the person behind the answers.
Correct. It is.
And that's why we've been married for
20-something years. Feels like it. We've known each other for so dang long.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
We're like a bickering couple.
Yep, old married couple. So, anyways, that was that. Boy, we're sitting at 45 minutes here before we take out all of the garbage that you don't want to hear.
Yeah, not bad at all. Might be our shortest episode yet.
I might be. Not a bad thing. My dad will certainly be happy. He thinks we do these things too long.
Listen to one. Yeah, why not?
Like, why do you record for so long?
But podcasts, they're supposed to be long.
You put it on when you drive. Or...
I know we were wanting to do the show 10, 15-minute long. Like, that's when you get, like, it's just meat. It's just meat. The podcast is kind of day-to-day stuff, having some fun. Yeah. But yeah. Been good. You want to close her out?
Yeah, man, I would love to. So on this fine Monday, or anytime you're listening to this, have a fantastic Valentine's Day with you and yours, or just you and your lonely friend getting a discount at the salon.
Oh yeah.
And so thank you for listening. If this is on YouTube, feel free to give us a like or subscribe. If you're listening to this in a podcast app, please give us a review. That would be great. As we always say, like your mama told you, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So leave it right there. Thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate it.